Hello?
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Well, how are your troops doing?
Well, I think we're doing fine, sir. The good economic news the next couple of days are reasonably good, which I think will boost spirits a bit.
You notice they should.
Yeah, right.
My God, interesting, the market went over 932 today. 932 it ended up. Did you notice?
I didn't see the figure on that.
That's higher than it was when we came in, so we've now reached the breakwater point.
Well, that's marvelous. 932 was a pretty good figure.
It was on January 20th, it was 931.
Well, the $28.5 billion GNP increase on Friday is bound to give things a lift.
Some lift. It's not as big as we had projected, but it's much higher than Eckstein projected and higher than any of even the optimists among the so-called experts projected.
That's exactly right.
See, they were all 27, so this is 28.5.
Well, Eckstein was 22.
Yeah.
I think was it Eckstein or
Otto Eckstein? Right.
I think he was 22.
He was 22. That's right.
So it's going to be right well. And the business indice today going up.
What did show you a second? Sorry, I had somebody at the door.
Oh, that was up to 0.3%. I'm not sure what that means. From 164.9 to 165.2, but it's an increase.
All the figures are up. It's moving, and the retail sales are up. The automobiles are up. Housing is up. But the main point is, even though it means nothing except the 27 million that own stocks, and that's not an inconsiderable number, but the fact this market moves, those guys in New York, those bastards do not buy unless they know what the hell's going on.
That's right, and they anticipate ahead. And
they're
also
predicting what's going to happen.
As I understand it, Mr. President, there's a lot of small investors coming in now, which is
has to be
a healthy sign.
Well, 19 million shares today.
So, but there's a lot of small lot trading, which means that you're getting some public confidence back in, which I think is a damn healthy thing. And if we can keep that up, plus casualties coming down as they are, as you know.
What is the situation with regard to keeping? I was talking to Bob Dole today, and he said that Case and Brooke were mumbling around about a cutoff and a resolution and all that, and that he's trying to keep them in line. The main thing really is that we just got to keep our own. I mean, I notice, for example, Cook has got some resolution floating around about prisoners, which would be too bad, but except it's wrong to do. They just ought to keep their goddamn mouth shut for 2 or 3 months.
Well, they should, but we're not going to be able to control.
I know that. I know that.
As much as we'll try to keep it downplayed, the doves are going to.
Well, they're petrified because they know we're going to end it. You see.
That's right.
And they want a part in it.
Well, they want to take credit for it if it comes out right, but they want to be positioned so they can be critical if it doesn't.
That's right.
I'm afraid, I talked to Kissinger and Haig today, I'm afraid we're going to need to
have an alternative.
Well, no, develop just a good defense. I'm not talking about having any alternatives substantively, but just...
Well, we may have a couple of minute break, who knows.
So if we can just...
This China thing must really disturb the doves, so...
You have sure turned...
Those bastards really must have a problem with this, huh?
You've sure turned our new man, Mr. Scally, on.
Oh, yeah.
My God, he just thinks this is the greatest thing.
Of course, let me say, that doesn't help us with folks. I think what we've got to realize, well, that helps us with intellectuals. We pulled all this, and people are against communist China, period. They're against communists, period. So this doesn't help us with folks at all. It's just with these intellectual bastards. And
well, it may help us with some of the opinion makers that they see for foreign policy, and it probably will help with the kids.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of an initiative that young people will...
You may help a little there, I agree. I see your point.
It doesn't help with middle America. I'm expecting all kinds of...
Yeah, they don't understand it. They say, what the hell are you doing? They're killing our boys and you're trading with these people, see?
Exactly right.
And if I were a demagogue, I'd go after that, but I doubt if they will.
You remember the Canadian wheat deal 4 or 5 years ago, the absolute hell that broke loose all through the country on that.
Yeah. I don't think it will break loose on this.
No, because...
Of course, the main point about this is that this is also worrying worrying the Russians. It's worrying Hanoi. So it's an enormously important move. We had to make it for other reasons, but let's have no illusions it's going to help us with the country.
I didn't see it tonight, but I understand Howard K. Smith had an excellent commentary leading in with your Foreign Affairs article.
Pointing out that it was not just an accident.
That's right. That it had been a long-planned, long-thought-through process and consistent with your long-term views. As I said, I didn't see it, but I heard it was excellent. But, no, I think that...
Of course, this will confuse them, and this will keep them a little uppy. What they're really worried about, Chuck, is that they're afraid that on this war thing, I now really see what it is. They really are afraid we're gonna pull it off, and they have got to be in a position of criticizing or saying, well, we wanted to do it sooner or something, because otherwise the issue's so clear. They got us into the war, and we got us out. See?
Exactly the issue. Now, they're trying hard to stir it up. They'll do their best during this demonstration period to...
Good. I hope they all endorse the demonstration.
Oh, they have. Oh, right down the line.
Is Humphrey endorsed it?
Absolutely. Well, I shouldn't say that too quickly. Muskie...
Teddy?
I don't know, sir. I did look at the list, and I don't remember Teddy's name on there.
Let's be sure that you get after both Teddy and...
Bring you some matches, please.
Let's be sure both Teddy and Humphrey are put on the spot. Have telephone calls made to their office. Get them on the record. Say, now look, Senator Muskie has spoken out. Senator McGovern, what's the matter with you? You know? Now get somebody to go. Now let's get that done tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.